Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Final Fantasy Tactics playthrough series. It is great to be here and I hope you're doing well today, folks. So before us today and on the agenda today, we have the famed and iconic Riovanes Castle. That's right, so this will actually mark the end of Chapter 3 and we're going to dive right on in here with some of the most iconic fights in the game, some of the most frustrating fights in the game as well, if you ask me. But just real quick before we do, let's take a quick assessment of the team. We are outfitted for war here, not for gaining JP. So Colden, nothing has really changed. Attack up. We've got Ramza the Samurai, so he is rocking magic attack up. I did get him Blade Grasp. We have the Priest here, so rocking short charge, talk skill, and then the sprint shoes as well. Rivaldi is also rocking the sprint shoes. I did steal a spell edge from a ninja in Yugua Woods as a random fight, so that's nice. And then Stouty the Summoner here, rocking short charge as well. So that's what we're going with here, folks, and we're going to dive right on in. Riovanes Castle, here we go. There are 3 fights in this, at this particular node here. I'll probably do 3 different videos on it. We'll see. Let's pop on in. Let's go. At the gate of Riovanes Castle. Alright, loading up. Here we go. What do we have going on here? So we have these Shrine Knights, right? And then we have Barrington. Welcome. How do you like our castle? It looks a little Spartan compared to Lazalia Castle, but I like it. This castle's built for war. It's far more beautiful than one built for government. Ivalice has always been ruled by men with power. This war proved the royal family lost the power. Vormov says, get to the point. You're being impatient. This guy looks like a snob for sure. To be quite frank, can we work together? What do you mean? As I said, men with power rule Ivalice. So, who has the power? Prince Larg of Hokuton or Prince Goltana of Nanton? Neither of them. It's you, Shrine Knights, who hold the stones. What? Vormov is a little shocked by that. Holy stones have great magical power. According to ancient legend, a natural disaster in Murand was caused by its power. Ha ha ha. Well, excuse me. I didn't expect a Grand Duke like yourself believed in such fairy tales. So you're saying you don't believe it? That's strange. They say Draclau of Lionel died from problems with the stone. I heard he died of illness. Then why are you after the youngest Beoulve? Why chase him as a heretic? We don't question decisions by heresy examiners. Oh my, you're saying you know nothing about it. But you may change your mind after seeing this. Call Malak. So we have Islud and Malak. Of course, Islud is another Shrine Knights, right? You can tell by their garb, right? They all kind of have the same sprite, just with different hair colors and portraits. Father, I'm sorry. I see. We have Scorpio and Taurus. Moron. And a big right hand there. Riovanes Knight. Excuse me, sir. We've identified the intruder's identity. Malak, I'll let you take care of him. So Malak goes. Islud is not looked upon very highly by his father right now. And Vormov wants to know what Barrington wants. As I said before, we want to help you too. What if I refuse? The church's injustice will be exposed, that's all. So obviously what's happening is the Shrine Knights here are playing dumb, right? They're saying we don't know anything about the Holy Stones and their power. And Barrington kind of exposed that because Islud lets... Or Alma got captured with 2 of the Holy Stones, essentially. You can't prove it just with the Holy Stones, you see, and basically he's saying, we're going to expose you, and Vormov saying, well, just the Holy Stones won't do that, but maybe the transformational powers can, right? Exactly. But how about the Germanic scriptures? Larg, Gotana, and the Senate ought to be interested. Where is it? I can't tell you. Weegraf, go after the wizard. I'll take care of here. Don't do anything funny. The odds are against you. Odds? What do you think you weak humans can do? Father? A timely thunderbolt there. Don't underestimate us. Killing you is easy. Are you opposing me? Call in the guards, I suppose. Things are about to get dark. Want to fight? Fine. I'll show you the power of the Holy Stone that I previously said didn't exist and didn't do anything. Alright, so there is another monster in the castle there, folks. Do you want to save? So yes, we are prompted to save here, and we certainly will. We will use the save functionality. We're good to go. There is no turning back now. So obviously, to penetrate the castle where there's a lot going on right now, especially with the transformation, right? To penetrate the castle, you have to go in through the gates. So the first battle is, of course, going to be at the gate. And we will be facing off against yet another familiar face. So we have Ramza here. Who's a good compliment to Ramza? Probably Colden. Actually, I'm going to go with Rivaldi here. And then for our other three, obviously Stouty, the Priest, and the Lancer. So let's go with that. So at the gate of Riovanes Castle. Here we go. Alright, so as expected, it is heavily fortified. And of course we have Malak on the field there. So Rafa, Malak, please stop. Let's go together. You know what happens to traitors. You'll be chased by your ex-allies and killed. Even if you escape, you'll live your life frightened. I'd never want to live life like that. But Grand Duke promised to free us after this job. Do you believe him? You know he's lying. If we don't escape now, we'll be his slaves for life. I trust him. We'll be free if we kill him and take the Germanic scriptures. So obviously Ramza has the Germanic scriptures given to him by Simon. And apparently in the Germanic scriptures, I of course didn't read them on video here. But the Germanic scriptures sort of reveal what the Holy Stones are capable of, right? And that's kind of what we're living through right now here in the story. So first and foremost here, let's see what our opposition has. So we have a crystal helmet here on this knight. Wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe swipe that. If we can, of course. We have Malak here. We fought him a few times before. He's got the same old kit, the Goku rod. We have an archer with an axe. Interesting. I actually think that's a benefit to us. We have another knight with the crystal helm. And then there's one knight hiding here, and he always has these float boots on, the feather boots there. Another crystal helmet. Okay, so the knights will be the target of steals for sure. But we also got to be careful as well. So let's get Rivaldi right on up there, and let's just go for it. 28%. Not great, but you're never going to get it if you don't try. Alright, so for the priest here, I think we have to get her to at least be able to lay down some heal support on the bridge here. So let's move her in this direction, and I want to praise... Well, I try to praise Ramza if possible. Let's get a praise down on Colden here. +4 brave. Very nice. And Rafa. What's Rafa going to do? Alright, so Malak is just going to hang up top, but he's going to use his special spells there. The Untruth. And we have the Archer without a bow. Interesting choice. And Rafa's going to take a hit here. A charge shot, but she is a guest, and Not really worried about her perishing. She actually can't perish. These knights are really tanky. 301 HP on this guy here. And 100% hit rate there as well. I was expecting, you know, some kind of evasion. Where is Alma? I can see you're worried about her. Just hand me the Germanic scriptures and I'll save you. Ramza, don't believe him. Barrington will kill both of you once he gets what he wants. Whatever you do, don't give him the scriptures. Your sister will be safe only as long as you have the book. Yeah, we don't want to give away our sole source of leverage here, of course. Alright, let's see what we can do. So Ramza, of course, does have magic attack up. Let's see if I can get up here and get a little spell cast down on him. Maybe hit both of these archers. Yep, I think that's a good... It's a good move there. And Colden is a master lancer. Well, not a master. He has learned all of the jumps, though. So he can jump really far. It's actually a really formidable skill set. So we might as well make use of it here. And let's go ahead and summon a golem as well. Golem does not protect against arrow fire, but, you know, we have these physical knights in here, so Golem's going to do really well for us here. It's going to make me feel a little more compelled to get Rivaldi up there as well, to continue the stealing efforts. I at least need one crystal helm. It's not the end of the world if I don't get it, but it'd be nice to grab one here. Wait, Golem does block arrows? Interesting. Okay. Thought for some reason it didn't, but I will certainly take it. So fire 3, whip lashing down, and one archer does fall. The very formidable spell power of Ramza. And down comes Colden with a gigantic hit on the knight there. Alright, so let's see. Malak, Beatrice, Vincent. What is the range on this Kier here? Vertical 1. Okay. That's vertical 2. Is this guy Vincent? I don't think so. No, he's Dylan. Alright, so I think I can get a Cure 3 here. Range 4. I mean, let's go Cure 4. That'll be nice. Rivaldi obviously took that big hit, so... And Rafa's getting up there, spreading some truth. Malak is going to try to exterminate his own sister. Very nice. Rafa actually makes herself useful. And you see that hit there? I would have got her 3 times for 50 damage. So pretty strong hit if it hits, right? It's so random. It's hard to use effectively, I think is the best way to put it. Cure 4 coming down here on Rivaldi. Let's go. 131. Very nice. And let's get another helmet steal attempt here. 26%, yikes. Alright, we got it, folks. Crystal helmet, very nice. I'm actually going to just camp it right here. Malak gets a hit off, but it doesn't do much damage at all. 70%. I did roll the dice there a bit, and it pays off for the enemy there, but that's alright. Rivaldi can take a hit, just not too many. What do we got going on here? Okay, stone throw. Yep. Just pumping up that speed is all you're doing, man. Alright, Ramza. Let's see. So we have a series of turns where our characters are going here. 250 HP remains. I think it's obvious we're going to move up. So let's move him up, and then let's see what kind of damage he's doing. So 237 with the Fire 3. Fire 4 isn't going to charge in time. Let's go with the Fire 3. Absolutely. I think this hit is a little too tempting to turn down. Nice shot there, Colden. Alright. Let's get a Cure 3 down on Rivaldi as well. Let's go with the Shuriken throw. So that should defeat both the archer and... Well, it should defeat the archer and get a heavy hit down on the knight. As far as Stouty goes here, though. What are we looking at for flare? What's the range on this bad boy? Range 5. Okay. Alright, Stouty. Drop some nukage. 367 damage. My goodness. Fire 3 coming down. Archer's toast. Knight takes a very mild hit there. He must have low faith. I bet you he has very low faith. Here comes a flare. Stouty. Thermonuclear explosion, you bet. Level up in face as well. And Malak. Oh yeah. He can't resist, can he? So Rafa says, what you're saying is right. No use escaping. Let bygones be bygones. And she teleports away. Wait, Rafa, what are you doing? Malak teleports away to presumably follow her. So now we have Rivaldi here. Yet again. I think we can wrap this one up here. It's either that or... What does a weapon steal look like? 24%. Yeah, let's take him out. Down goes the knight. And this one wraps up here, folks. And the gate opens up. And what do we have? Well, we have another knight. And he's not doing so good. Help! Monster! Or it was probably more like a help monster, right? Because he's dying. Rafa, Alma, please be safe. And with that, the date is won, but like I said, this is only the first of a 3-battle series at Riovanes Castle. So we've quite literally crashed in through the front gate, right? And it's about to get a lot spicier. Got an elf mantle, a few potions. Good stuff. And we have Alma, brother. And we hear the screams of the occupants of the castle. What? Lots of chaos here, folks. Critical hit. What an awful wound. Riovanes' knight. He's got that bloodied up portrait. Help, that monster. Come on. Run, it's dangerous. It's time to go, Alma. So Alma is at a bit of an impasse here, doesn't really know what to do, but the door is open and she goes. So we have to be concerned about Alma for sure. Will a simple cleric be able to take on whatever Vormob ended up turning into, right? Transforming into. We will certainly see, folks. We will certainly see. And we're going to do that in the next episode here. The story is getting very, very juicy. Like I said, we have 2 fights remaining in this castle here. I will do a fight per episode. I think that's the best way to do it. So stay tuned. We got probably the most iconic fight in Final Fantasy Tactics up next. You don't want to miss that. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks a lot.